Hello, I'm Morris Ardoin. I wrote a book about growing up in a large family that ran a little roadside motel in Louisiana in the 1970s. The book's called Stone Motel, Memoirs of a Cajun Boy. And you can get it through your local independent bookseller through the IndieBound website, which is indiebound.org. You can also get it online at barnesandnoble.com or at Amazon, as well as directly through the publisher, which is the University Press of Mississippi. Today I'll be reading from Chapter 4, New Car, New Home. My family's time at the Stone Motel, which was spread out on 3 overgrown acres 3 miles outside of Eunice, Louisiana, began on May 6, 1967, a Saturday. Cassie was 14, Andy 12, the twins Gilda and Glenda were 10, Dickie was 6, and I was 8, and we were all piled into the big yellow Cadillac Daddy had driven home on the preceding Thursday afternoon, shocking everybody, including Mama. He explained that we needed a car bigger than the chunky, sunburned black Dodge he traded in as part of the purchase deal. This trip, our first outing in the Cadillac, was to be just a joyride, as Daddy called it. Nothing more, although we were soon to learn that there was a whole lot more in store for us. The Cadillac was already a couple of years old, but no matter. We were all dumbstruck by having a beautiful new car in our lives. The idea of our ragtag selves having a ride in it to anywhere was a dream, never mind the destination. Like many boys my age, I had already developed an intense interest in the way things were put together. To me, the Cadillac was truly breathtaking. First for its overall size and shape, like a spaceship, and then for its sharp lines, and then again for its tail fins. This car has fins, I said the first time I laid eyes on it. All cars should have fins. And that color, neither harsh nor gaudy, but an elegant, ethereal baby yellow, set against sparkling chrome and crisp white details. Its spotless black tires were crowned with beautiful chrome wheel covers, no simple hubcaps for such a masterpiece. Inside, the car was also a true marvel. Embroidered cloth seats, not those hot, sticky vinyl ones like we had in the Dodge, but an embroidered paisley, in the same cream, yellow, and white of the exterior. And everything electric. Wow. Daddy happily demonstrated the electric windows for us, informing us that that's the way it was to be from then on. Only the driver would adjust the windows, lest any one of us destroy their motors with abuse. He warned us not to touch any of the buttons in the car. In fact, that this amazing vehicle had buttons for raising and lowering the windows, buttons for moving the seats to and fro, and buttons for operating the windshield wipers at 3 different settings, including intermittent, a brand new word for me. Made my head spin. America was entering a new era, and leave it to the Ardoins to be among the first Eunice families to embrace that reality with this magnificent, yellow-finned, automatic windowed, paisley embroidered wonder machine. There was plenty of room in the car for all of us, so Daddy's explanation about us needing a bigger vehicle at last made perfect sense. What wasn't so apparent was why we needed something so extremely fancy compared to our very ordinary, unfancy lives. After all, Daddy owned and operated an Esso station, and Mama was just out of beauty school. A station wagon might have been the choice for most people in those circumstances, but none of that mattered from the looks of our faces. We were bug-eyed, mouths hanging open. We were all quite happy to be part of this surreal experience. On the road, the Cadillac floated like a magic carpet. It was smooth, peaceful, regal. No sounds intruded from the outside. No potholes jostled us from the street beneath us. It was surely the smoothest riding vehicle any of us had ever experienced, and definitely the fanciest. After only about 10 minutes on the road out of town towards Opelousas, Daddy turned the car into the driveway of the overwhelming, overgrown green lushness of a tucked-away property that nestled a little motel covered in multicolored stone, a gleaming white house in the same stone, and another building on the other side of the house, also done in the multicolored stone. He parked right under the motel sign, which was perched above a base of the matching multicolored stone that read, surprisingly enough, Stone Motel. in glowing neon block letters. Smaller letters underneath the red vacancy in green neon, with an unlit no in front of that. At the side of the road, a big business-sized galvanized metal mailbox sat on a 4x4 square post. On it, Route 3, Box 55K, had been hand-painted in black block letters. "What do y'all think if we come here for our vacation this year?" Mama asked, to a round of groans. "No, not here," Glenda protested. "There's no beach," Gilda added, "not even a pool." "Not here, Mama," Dickie begged. "It's too close." I was in disbelief too, not sure what to say when Daddy chimed in. "Then how about if we come here to stay forever?" "What?" asked Andy. "Like we would live here?" Cassie, who was the eldest, had already been made aware of this news and was bursting to finally say something. She said to Mom in an annoying sing-song voice, "I already knew. How's that for keeping a secret, Mama?" "Yep," said Daddy. "We're going to live right here. We just bought the place." Now that piece of information converted any horror about the little motel as a vacation spot into sheer delight as it dawned on us that this was to be our new home and that we could also go on vacations to the beach. "Wow," said Dickie, "this is a good place to live." "Look at all those trees," Andy, an outdoorsman, said. "There's 2 ponds, too," Daddy said. "Probably can get some fish," Andy said, his voice getting increasingly excited. "We're going to have an upstairs," said Cassie. "And we get our own rooms. The girls upstairs and the boys downstairs," having already staked her claim when Mama had confided in her the day before. "Hold on," Mama said. "We have a lot to figure out before anybody gets anything." We were there to meet Mr. and Mrs. C.H. Melanson, the sellers, who would show us around. Before getting out of the car, though, Mama issued a stern, "Y'all better behave. Don't touch anything and keep quiet unless they talk to you directly." Compared to our flat, one-dimensional rectangle of a house in town, the Melansons, our new house, was a palace. The house's adjoining 2-car garage was connected to the L-shaped motel building by an archway that had been finished with the matching multicolored stone facade. The garage's high-pitched gable roof was crowned at its peak with a black cast-iron rooster weather vane. There were 2 front entrances to the house, one from inside the garage and the other, more obvious, entrance through the motel office door, which was right next to a single-posted, freestanding neon sign that read "Office." The office featured a trio of immense picture windows, under which sat a sofa, a side chair, and adjacent to the garage wall, a registration desk with the obligatory hotel desk bell that issued a crisp ding when Mr. Melanson tapped it as part of his tour. Behind that room was a dark private office where Mr. Melanson had already shown Daddy the books. But beyond those 2 functional rooms, the house, like the Cadillac, was very fancy by our standards. The next room, a casual dining room that was fancier than any of the rooms in our old house, featured a built-in china hutch and overhead a wagon wheel chandelier with hurricane lamp style shades, and led to the back of the house where the kitchen featured another built-in, a green laminated breakfast nook. Adjacent to the kitchen was a TV room. "They have a room just for watching TV," Andy whispered loudly. "Shh," Mama hissed, as Mrs. Melanson ushered us through the rest of the house. A formal dining room was decorated in a way I had only ever seen on TV or in one of Mama's magazines. It had drapes, not curtains, and was located at the heart of the house, as was the formal dining room, brightened elegantly by an actual crystal chandelier. "We bought that chandelier on a trip to Europe," Mrs. Melanson said. "In Vienna, they had to wrap up each piece of crystal separately. Then the whole thing got all bundled up in a box, and that box was put into a bigger box, twice its size. Not one piece was broken when we got the delivery." Separating the 2 formal rooms was an elaborate grapevine-themed trellis made of wrought iron that was forged in the French Quarter, explained Mrs. Melanson. There were 2 big bedrooms downstairs, 1 full bathroom and 1 half bath. Upstairs there were 2 more bedrooms, 3 walk-in closets, and another full bathroom with yet another built-in, a vanity table, and a half-moon stool that were custom-made for that room. Now on the outside, The highly pitched gable roofs, more ornate cast iron touches on the living room and master bedroom's multi-pane windows, and a matching wrought iron balconette, a term provided to us by Mrs. Melanson, on the second floor. All of this was covered in the same stone as the motel buildings, but finished in bright white and contrasted on the roofs by Italian slate shingles, the blue-gray color of Bayou egrets. When all the elements were taken collectively, the visual effect was that of a fairy tale house from another time, and definitely another place. This has been a reading from Stone Motel, Memoirs of a Cajun Boy, by me, Morris Ardoin. You can find more at www.morrisardoin.com. That's www.morrisardoin.com. Thanks for listening.